Alright, I'm going to take a few minutes tonight to talk about LS starters. This is a 6-liter starter, um, and basically I'll kind of go over a few things with you guys. One being, if you go to like any of your local parts stores, it's between like $189 and $229 for an LS starter for a 6-liter. So what I went ahead and did was hopped online and looked up some of the junkyards locally and just played with the different options of 6-liter LS starters. And what I found was a 2013 Chevy Express van 3500. Just picked my option for a 6-liter. I could get that starter for $30. A heck of a deal if you ask me. Now the difference is this plug. In the newer LSs, instead of having an eyelet for your solenoid, they actually have this plug-in wire for your solenoid. I'll try to pop it off here. I actually like it better because it's a weather pack style connector. But if you have an older LS with a 6-liter, say like 2002, 2003, this wire is going to be different. You need this plug. Well, I just called them up and had them cut this plug off when they pulled the starter, and that's what they did. So now I just use a heat shrink butt splice connector, and now I can always use the newer style LS starter on my older 01 LS wiring, basically. I like that because these newer starters, like this 2013, is going to have this plug, but actually the newer replacement starters are a little bit cheaper, and the only difference is this plug. But what I'm going to do is, hey, this is a 2013 GM starter. Supposedly only had 50,000 miles on it. The van was wrecked. I'm going to go ahead and just throw this thing in the way it is for testing purposes. And if it works out good, I'm just going to throw it back in the trailer as a spare. So basically $30, I got a good spare starter. Or if you're in a crunch, $30 gets you a good starter. So I'm going to be testing that tonight and make sure that works out for me. I figured it'd be a perfect test. I want to make sure it's good now before I need it, because if it's not good and say I have a starter issue at the track, well, this is my spare, and if it's not good, that doesn't do me any good. So I'm going to spend the time tonight to go ahead and install this and make sure it works out well. And yeah, I figure $30 compared to 200 to 230. That's a heck of a deal, and like I said, it's not something I'm going to be using constantly, but for a backup or a spare, yeah, it's definitely worth the money. But also for the guys that need an LS starter, I mean, you can look up, like I said, on your used parts places and pick up a 6-liter LS starter for pretty darn cheap. You just might need the connector. So yeah, just some good information there. I'm all about doing things on a budget. I don't like to be cheap in ways that don't make sense, but this, I can do enough testing to make sure it's going to do what I want, and kind of see how reliable it'll be from there. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Just figured I'd let you guys know. Kind of remember to play with your filters and your searches when looking for an LS starter, and I found a way to get a LS starter for $30. So hopefully this helps some people. Thanks.